In today's episode, we have a quarter hunt for you guys. Now, I am very excited for this hunt. I went to a few different banks to pick up all of these rolls. I actually have 2 more bundles off screen, which means we have $700 to hunt. And something very cool is when I was picking up these rolls, I found these 2 rolls in the bundles. Now, these right here are uncirculated Olympic rolls. They are in pretty rough shape. It looks like they have been floating around in the wilds of circulation for a while, but I see one what looks like a 2008 or 2009 men's hockey coin on the enders for that one. So that is the men's hockey in that uncirculated roll, and this one has 2 2000 enders. So, and they also have the Olympic sign on there. So for all I know, maybe these are mules, maybe that wheelchair Paralympic mule, but you know, I don't have any idea, so I'm going to leave these in the roll and maybe sell them for a premium at a later date. I am definitely going to hold on to these, definitely not going to return them back into the bank, because it is not too often that you find stuff like this, or at least I have not found 12-year-old uncirculated rolls yet. So that is a bonus little find right at the beginning of this hunt. And also, I wanted to note that when I was checking the inners on some of these bundles, there were a few dark coins that looked pretty interesting, like we might have some silver. I put all these clear rolls off to the side because they are annoying and they are a nightmare to hunt. So I might hunt them first, I might hunt them last, not quite sure yet. But we got a whole lot of stuff we're going to be looking for today. I still have some bucket listers that I'm looking for. I would love to find a 1991 one day. I still have not found anything older than a young Elizabeth head, so it'd be nice to find a George VI or maybe a George V one day. But we're going to be looking for anything colored, the 2015 colors, the 2017 colors, anything proof, specimen, anything interesting else we can find would be nice. But before I can start tearing into these rolls right here, I would really appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you are new and you'd like to see more coin collecting and coin roll hunting videos just like this. And then without further ado, guys, what do you say we start this hunt off with a bang? Let this hunt begin. All right, guys, I am almost 2 bundles in. I decided to go with these clear rolls first because I got all excited. There were 4 rolls that had what looked to me like pretty promising inners, like dark coins like that one right there and that one right there. I think that's a dark one and not a US one, but we had 4 rolls that looked pretty promising, and as I have gone through, they have all just been these kind of coins. Fire coins or rusty coins for Canadian quarters and dimes will sometimes take on a kind of dark tarnished look on the rim, and they will really look like silver. I get thrown off a lot of the time by these. I don't know if any of you guys ever get thrown off in your hunts, but before this, the only thing that I found is a 2010 dual poppy. Those aren't too exciting, but I did just find something pretty exciting here, guys. We just got our first very good find of this hunt. It is going to be the 2009 women's hockey. If this was the 2009 men's hockey, I would check it for the raise too. I have the microscope out and ready to go for this hunt. But we have ourselves a decent find. We are on the board. We have lots of rolls left to go here. I'm holding out some hope. Hopefully there's some silver or at least some more goodies in here, but there's only one way to find out. So let's keep her going. Well, just a few quarters down in that same roll, and it looks like we have our first foreign find of this hunt. This is a pretty common one to find, especially when I do my hunts here, but it is a Barbados 25-cent coin. I'm not too sure how these translate in terms of the exchange rate, but I think they may have used coins like this back in the day for arcade machines and stuff like that, because they were a little bit cheaper. But it is our first find on the board in terms of foreign stuff. I always hold on to any foreign coins that I find because they are pretty cool, but let's keep her going and see what else we can get. All right, guys, we have about 3.5 bundles to go, so we're pretty much at the halfway mark of this hunt, and we have not really found anything else until now. We just got a really good find, guys. This right here is the 2017 Hope for a Green Future colored, and thank the coin guys that we found this bad boy right here, because I was starting to lose a little bit of faith in this hunt. The finds have been a little dry so far, so it's really nice to find a little something to validate the time that we went out to score all of these rolls. But this is a nice one right here in pretty good shape, has all the color on there. I'll throw this up on the board and keep her going. Well, we are really starting to get down to the nitty-gritty. Only 16 rolls left to go here. and we haven't found anything too exciting since our last find until now. Look what just poked out and made a little appearance for us. A nice little 1970. These are a key date for Canadian coins for most denominations, but especially for quarters, nickels, and dimes. This is minted at 10,302,000 right here, according to my coin roll hunting mat. And the bust isn't too scratched up like a lot of the time they are for 1970. So a nice little find to add to the board to help us validate this hunt. Let's keep her going and see if we can find a few little cherries on top. Well guys, we are getting towards the end of this hunt. I've started the last bundle and it looks like we have ourselves another foreign find here. I think I may have found one of these in the past, but this to me looks like a Philippines 1 peso. Not too sure of the denomination, but I flipped it over. The year is 1998, I think that is. But pretty cool little foreign coin. I don't see these ones too often, so it is pretty neat. I will throw it up to the board with our other little foreign find there and finish this hunt off, hopefully with something interesting. Well, I just opened up the third last roll, and pretty much right at the end, look what just popped out right into my face. Oh yeah, the 2015 Canada flag. This one right here is one of the hardest to find, along with that 2017. Very similar. I think this one is minted a little bit more, around 6.5 million, but a great find. Love the design on it. I'll throw it up there with my other keepers, and we'll keep going along, finish this hunt off. We have reached the end of this hunt, and unfortunately we did not find anything else, but that is okay because we will live to hunt another day. But before I start wrapping up all of these awesome finds, I'd really appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up if you have not, and subscribe if you would like to see more videos just like this. Then what do you say I show you all of the goodies that we managed to score in this hunt? So I didn't actually tune you guys in for this find right here, but this is actually a pretty cool toner. It might be a little hard for you guys to see, but it has some kind of cool colors going on in the corner right there. I don't know if this was artificially toned through fire, or maybe it was the ender on a roll. That can cause toning sometimes, but you don't see toning in quarters too often, so I'm going to hold on to this because it is pretty sweet. We managed to get 2 foreign finds in this hunt. We got that Filipino peso coin. I'm pretty sure peso, however you pronounce that. We got the Barbados 25 cents with the iconic windmill on there. Pretty sweet design. We managed to pull ourselves 1 dual poppy. I don't really tune you guys in for these anymore because they are pretty common and I find them quite often, but they're still pretty nice and I hold on to them because they are not as common as the 2008 poppies, so pretty sweet. We managed to get ourselves 1 very nice key date quarter in this hunt. We didn't score the 1991, but we did manage to at least score 1970. These are very low mintage, around 10 million, and they're definitely hard to find. Sometimes you don't find them in a pretty big hunt, so I guess that means they must be pretty rare, right? But nice little find right there. Our color finds of this hunt are definitely going to be the 2015 poppy, the 2017 Hope for a Green Future, and the main colored find is going to be this 2009 colored women's hockey. This is super low mintage, around 3 million. And between this, the men's hockey, and the Cindy Klassen, these are some of the rarest and hardest to find modern quarters out there in circulation. But when it comes to the actual find of this hunt, I'm going to have to say it's going to be these right here, these uncirculated rolls that were in the bundles that I picked up. Now, I'm not too, whoa, almost rolled away on me there. I'm not too sure if the rolls came issued like this for circulation or if this is how the special mint wrapped rolls actually were issued at that time. If you guys have any information on whether these are circulation or special mint wrapped rolls, I would appreciate it down in the comments. But they are pretty darn sweet. You can see right here, this one is the men's hockey. I think it's 2008 men's hockey. And then this one right here has 2007 enders. Now there are a lot of varieties for 2007, so I'm guessing it is most likely not going to be the Paralympic mules in here for double enders. I mean, that'd be astronomical, but still pretty cool. It's a bit of a mystery. It doesn't have the actual variation of Olympic quarter written on here, so it's a bit of mystery. I enjoy a bit of mystery. These rolls are a little beat up. They've been in circulation for a while, but I will gladly accept them into my coin collection. In today's episode, bringing you guys another $500 quarter hunt here. I'm really holding out some hope for this hunt because I've been on a bit of a dry streak lately, especially when it comes to silver. I'm really hoping in this hunt maybe I can score it lucky and maybe we can get ourselves a little bit of silver. Maybe we can get ourselves that 1991 that I have been hunting for so long. You know, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of quarters, and I still have not found that 1991, but I'm holding out hope. I know one day I will get lucky and I will find it. There's lots of other stuff to find when it comes to quarters. There's some of those colored low mintage ones. There's NIFCs, proofs. Maybe we could score a specimen or something like that. I doubt that. But before I can start tearing into all of these, I would really appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more coin roll hunting, coin collecting videos just like this. And then, without further ado, what do you say we start busting into these rolls and see if maybe we can score anything good today? So, let this hunt begin. Sorry guys, I also forgot to mention that when I was checking all of these rolls for enders and inners, especially these clear rolls, I noticed that one of these here, let me get a little closer. I noticed that one of these rolls actually has a 1970 ender, and when I checked the other side, it is a 1995. So most of these coins on the inside of this roll look pretty similar, so I'm really hoping that this roll is full of nickel quarters. Then maybe we can get lucky and find some more 70s, or you never know, maybe some 91s or something like that in there. But this is going to be a pretty good roll to break into. I'm going to save this one probably towards the end, but I'm going to start off with all these clear rolls, I think, except for this 1970 roll, which I'll save because these clear rolls are a nightmare to re-roll. So I'm going to start getting into these right now. Well, I've made a little bit of progress. We are just starting out our second bundle right now, and we have our first decent find. I didn't find anything in our first bundle of 10 rolls, but this is the 2015 Poppy Quarter, a really nice one. I really like the design on there. This one looks pretty crisp. So far we've been pretty skunked, but this is a pretty good one to find. I'll add it to the board. We'll keep going along and see what else we can get. Well, just a few rolls down from our last find, and then we have what looks like our first foreign find of this hunt. I'm surprised I didn't catch it on the edge check because it is definitely a little thicker, but the year is 2013. Let's flip it over, and 10 pence. So a British 10 pence coin. I'm not sure how this translates in terms of the exchange rate, but hopefully it is a profit and not a loss. If any of you guys have any ideas on how this translates, let me know down in the comments. But still in pretty good shape, pretty nice British coin here. Nice little design on the front there. I think I have a few of these that have been given to me in the past, but pretty darn cool. I'll throw it up on the board and keep going along. Alright, just started off bundle number 3 out of 5, and we just opened this up, and this entire roll is actually US coins. There's a few Canadians in here on the ends actually, but most of them are US. Some of them are state quarters, some of them are these older Washington quarters, but we have a pretty decent little US find here. Now, we don't stumble across these too often here in Canada, but this is a Drummer Boy quarter. Now, if this was an S mint, I believe it would be silver, and we are not going to get that lucky, but these are pretty rare. I'd say I've only found maybe 3 to 5 of them in the past, so I'm definitely going to hold on to this, and it's definitely a nice little cherry on top of this hunt. Hopefully, maybe there's a few more little goodies in these rolls, or maybe there will be some more US in these rolls ahead, but still a nice little find here. Let's keep going along and see if maybe we can find anything else. Alright guys, I am almost in shock right now. I was just finishing off that roll, and right here we have a 1967. I lifted that up, and look what we have underneath here, guys. I cannot believe this. This is going to be our very first ever US silver quarter that we have found. These things are extremely scarce. I know that US coin roll hunters, they have such a hard time finding these things. My lord, this is a gracious gift from the coin gods. A boom, are we ever on the board? Man, this right here is very sweet. I am such a happy hunter right now. Oh my lordy. We scored ourselves silver, and not just silver, but an old US silver. Oh my god, man. I checked the edges, but this one is so dirty on the edges that I could not really spot the silver edge. It's a lot easier when you are hunting US coins usually to spot the silver edges, but You know, I don't come across these US silvers too often, so it was a little more tricky for me to see, but we found it. I'm going to throw this on the board and keep going along, but regardless, this has been a good hunt so far. It'd be nice if we can find something else to top this off, but if not, I am still as happy as can be. Well, I just started busting into our last bundle. I still have that roll with the 70 ender that I'm saving for the end, which will be pretty nice to bust into, a little treat to look forward to. And we still have that beautiful silver Hail Mary quarter that we found earlier in this hunt, but I just opened up a paper roll and we have what looks like a pretty interesting little foreign coin here. So I'm gonna go along and see if I can pull that out and see what kind of coin it is for you guys. I'm probably just gonna go back along and see if I missed anything there, but let's pull this bad boy out. Ooh, what is this right here? So this is a euro coin, but I have not seen this design before. That is really interesting. I'm not sure which is the obverse and the reverse of this. I'm guessing that this is the reverse, but it says 20 euro cent. You know, I was hoping that it might be like a gold coin or something from the edge there, but it looks like it is probably just bronze or something like that. But it is still pretty cool. Always glad to add another foreign coin to my collection. If any of you guys have any information on what this design is, where it's from, what the date is, or anything like that, please let me know. But I will throw it with the other British 10 pence that we found earlier and keep going along, see if I missed anything else in this roll. Alrighty guys, we are here at this last roll. I did not find anything else in those last couple bundles, unfortunately, but I did make sure to save the best for last in this one. We have a 1970 ender on this side and we have a 1995 on this side, so I'm really hoping that this whole roll will be full of nickel quarters, but there's only one way to find out. First, I will get to this 1970. Got the handy dandy letter opener here. All right, so a nice 1970 in pretty good shape. Usually the Queen's bust will be all scratched up on these 1970s, so always good to find one that isn't too damaged. The reverse is looking pretty darn nice on this one, so let's pull out the next coin and see. Okay, no, this is a modern coin, so this roll is going to be a mishmash of old and new stuff. So I'm going to look through this roll, see if there's anything good in there. If there is, I will tune you guys in, and then if not, I will wrap this hunt up. Alrighty guys, I have concluded this hunt. Before I start wrapping up all of these awesome finds, I would really appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up if you have not, and subscribe for more coin content just like this. Then let's show you guys some of the goodies we managed to score today. So we managed to score ourselves 5 1973 RCMPs, made sure to check them all for the large bust, and they all came up nothing nada. That thing is like mythical. If you're ever going to find one in circulation, it is like probably 1 in 10 to 100,000. So of all of the 1973s I've checked, I still have not found a large bust. Don't know if I ever will, but I will keep pulling them out, keep checking them in the meantime. We have 2 foreign finds in this hunt. We have this 20 euros, which has this kind of interesting design on the reverse. It looks almost like Arabic or Asian or something like that, but it's probably Russian, I would assume. So if any of you guys have any information, I would definitely appreciate it. But a pretty cool little foreign coin. We have that British 10 pence, which is pretty nice, looking in pretty good condition there. We also found ourselves a 2010 dual poppy. These are pretty common. I found sometimes I'd say 1 to 3 per hunt, so they are not too special, but I do like the design, so I definitely still hold on to them. We have what is going to be one of our key date finds of this hunt, the 1970 ender, which, you know, that was a little anticlimactic. I was saving that roll for the end, hoping there would be all sorts of good stuff in there. Maybe that 1991, but I wasn't that lucky. But we got a nice 1970, always a good one to find. Very low mintage, very key date and rare. We got ourselves that poppy that we found towards the beginning of this hunt, which was a nice little encouragement that hopefully there would be some good stuff in here. You know, usually if I go about half a hunt without finding anything, it can be very, very discouraging. We found that Drummer Boy quarter. You know, these are pretty rare, don't find them too often. I really like the design on there, so I definitely will be holding on to any of these that I find. I know they're pretty common in the United States, but they are pretty cool to find here in Canada, so not too shabby. And then, guys, the find of this hunt, we found ourselves a silver. You know, I don't know how long this bad boy has been floating around here in Canada, but I will more than gladly take it out of circulation and add it to my stack. I do not believe I have any silver US quarters, so this is going to be the first US silver quarter that I have, and it is a beauty. This side looks really good right here. We got some kind of off spot toning going on that side, but man, am I a happy hunter. This was a great hunt. Even though I didn't find too much of the colored commemorative stuff, we found ourselves a US silver. It don't get much better than this, guys. In today's episode, we have a massive $1,000 quarter hunt for you guys. Now, this isn't actually $1,000, it's $950, but shh, don't tell anyone that we're $50 short. It's close enough for me for hunt's sakes, but we have a whole lot of quarters to hunt today. It has been a little while since I have hunted quarters, a few weeks, so I'm really jonesing for a good quarter hunt. I'm really hoping that maybe I can get some silver in here and keep our silver streak going. I don't know how many hunts it is now, but I would say it's at least 4 or 5 hunts we are on a silver streak, so let's see if we can keep that going. But we also have a few bucket listers I want to scratch off the list. I would love to find a 1991. I would love to find an American W. An American silver would be great. A specimen, a proof, anything like that would be just lovely. We'll take any 1970s. Any of the rare colored finds we can get, we will also keep. But before I can start tearing into this box and these loose rolls up here, I would really appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more coin roll hunting and coin collecting videos just like this. And then, without further ado, what do you say we start this big ol' hunt off and see what kind of goodies we have waiting for us inside all of these rolls today. So, let this hunt begin. Alrighty guys, we are about 8 rolls in, which means we have barely even made a dent in this hunt. We still got lots to go, and we already got a decent find here. Get a little closer for you guys, but this right here is going to be a great find to start this hunt off. It isn't going to be a colored, but it is going to be one of the key dates for Canadian quarters, the 1970. I believe this is minted somewhere around 10 million, and it has been a few hunts since I found one of these. It's not in the greatest shape I have ever seen. A lot of the time the 1970s will be all scratched up on the Queen's bust, but this one's looking okay there on the obverse, and a little bit of gunk on there, but not too bad. A great low mintage key date to start this hunt off with a bang. Let's keep this going along and see if we can find a cherry on top. Alrighty, I am now 22 rolls deep in this hunt. We're making some serious progress. We have a few little finds here. We got a Quebec Provincial. We got a few 1973 RCMPs. Made sure to check them all for the large bust, and they came up a nothing nada. We got one 2010 Dual Poppy Remembrance, and we also got one foreign find. A lot of these quarters have been really dirty and kind of wishy-washy looking, so I couldn't really pick it out on the edge check, but it is a 10 pence. No silver, it's a modern one, unfortunately, but this is not actually what I am tuning you in for. What I am tuning you in for is we just got our first good colored find of this hunt. So it looks like we are going to luck out, and we have ourselves a 2017, 150 years, hope for a green future. This is one of my favorite colored finds you can find in the Canadian circulation coinage. I don't know the mintage of it. It is somewhat unknown, but of all of the Canadian colored coins I have found, this one is one of the rarest. Just as rare, if not even more scarce than the 2009 hockey commemoratives. So a very good find. We have some other good finds up here on the board. Hopefully we can top it off with a little more, but only one way to find out. Well, just 2 rolls down from that last nice find, and we just got ourselves another epic heater here, guys. One of my other favorite of the Canadian colored commemoratives, the 2015 Canada flag. Look at that right there. Still has all of its flag intact. Very nice. These are very rare. I believe they're minted at 6.5 million. They may even be a little lower than that, but they are super hard to find. They have been fished out of circulation religiously, so hey, if you ever encounter them, I suggest you pull them out, but I'm definitely going to hold on to this one. this hunt is off to a pretty nice start. Hopefully, maybe we can get lucky and get some silver, and I am scouring, keeping my eyes open for 1991s, but let's keep this hunt going, guys. Alright, we are getting close to the halfway mark of this hunt. I am down to the last loose bundle of rolls here, and it seems like all of the coins inside are pretty much all commemoratives in this last bundle. Got a lot of Olympic quarters in here, we got a lot of non-coloreds, we have a few War of 1812s, a few of these that I'm not actually holding on to anymore. But what I'm tuning you in for, guys, you might have got a little glimpse there, is we just found a real heater here. We got the 2009 Cindy Klassen. This is definitely one of the key dates for Canadian quarters, minted at around 3 million. A great find. It still has all of the red and it's in really good condition, so this is a good sign to find this early on in these rolls. Hopefully there's a few more of these colored hockey quarters in there, maybe something a little better, but I'm going to keep digging through and see if maybe we can get blessed by the coin gods a little more. Well, I'm just finishing off the second last roll of these loose bundles before I start getting into this full box, and we have ourselves one more good find to polish these loose rolls off. It is going to be the 2015 Remembrance Day Poppy, so this will go well with that Canada flag that we found earlier. We actually found a few more goodies as well. I found some more Remembrance 2010s, and we found quite a few 2004 Remembrance in good shape. So these collection dump rolls have been paying out really well in terms of modern commemoratives, the colored ones at least. A lot of other Olympic ones in there. We have some more of 1812, but not a lot of stuff that I'm really looking for or holding on to these days. I'm really just looking for the super rare low mintage stuff, but I'm super stoked to have this bad boy added onto the board and keep her going. Alrighty, I've concluded the first half of this hunt. If you can't tell, it has been pretty epic so far. We have quite the smorgasbord of epic goodies here, especially some of these colored finds. These are the creme de la creme kind of stuff you want to find when you're hunting quarters here in Canada. We still haven't found any silver, and we still have not found that elusive 1991. I am praying one day I will get lucky and find one of those before I hang up my gloves and retire from coin roll hunting, but I'm going to be persistent and keep looking and keep hunting. But we got another box to go. I'm really hopeful that maybe there will be a silver lying in all of these rolls right here. If not, maybe there will be something else low mintage, something rare. But what do you say we start tearing into them and see what we can see? Well, guys, some sad news. I only have 4 rolls left, and we have not found much at all in that second box that we were looking through. We did find a few more 2004s and 2010 poppies, a couple more 1973 RCMPs, but nothing too crazy to write home about. Right now, what I'm tuning you in for is going to be the first noteworthy find of this second part of this hunt, which is going to be another 2015 Canada flag. I'm glad that I found something to at least top this hunt off, because looking through all of these rolls, almost 50 now, without finding anything too good has been a little heartbreaking, but this is always nice to find. In terms of the colored stuff, I've done pretty good so far. It'd be nice if I could find one more good thing to top this hunt off, but I'll count my blessings from the coin gods the way it is right now, and let's keep going and see if maybe we can find anything else. Alrighty, guys, I have concluded this hunt. Before I start wrapping up all of these epic finds, I would really appreciate if you would hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you have not and you would like to see more content just like this. And then let's show you some of the goodies we managed to snag today. So first we found this, and it's nothing too special, but it is definitely an interesting toner. I don't know if it was on the end of a roll or if it was artificially toned through heat, but it is cool enough that I am going to hold on to it. You can kind of see the tone I'm talking about right there, kind of a pinkish purple greenish hue, but pretty interesting. We managed to get quite the score of remembrance coins today. Now these are all 2004 poppies, and they're all in very good condition. That one right there on the very left has about 90% of the poppies still intact, so I always hold on to these ones if they are in good shape. The 2008s, I'm not such a huge fan of anymore. I found so many of those, but these 2004s are beautiful. We found quite the score of 2010 dual poppies, so this is definitely going to be a good hunt for these remembrance coins. We found almost every single provincial coin in the provincial series, except for the Northwest Territories, I believe. But these had to have been collection dumps to be this full of a set. We also found a huge score of 1973 RCMPs. I made sure to check them all for the large bust, and I didn't see anything looking too suspect, but a couple of them are in good condition. Might hold on to those ones, but most likely I'll give them all a double check and then return them into the bank. And then what do you say we show you guys some of the finds of this hunt? Sorry, I almost forgot to mention our two little foreign finds in this hunt. This one I actually did not show you when I found it, but it is definitely a cool one to find. I found a few of them before. It is a Barbados 25 cents, 2009, in very good shape as well. You got that windmill, pretty iconic on the reverse, obverse. I don't even know which is which on this one. I'm guessing this is the reverse because it is the coat of arms, but pretty cool foreign coin there. And we also got this 10 pence, pretty beat up, but you can see the lion on there. I'm guessing it's from sometime in the 90s or early 2000s based on the Queen's bust there, but cool little foreign coins to find in this hunt. Always glad to add some of those to my collection. So let's get to these finds of the hunt. We managed to nab ourselves a 1970 today, not in the greatest shape, but 1970 is one of the key dates for Canadian quarters, minted at 10,302,010. It is super low mintage, especially for the older coins going through the 70s, 80s up until 1991. It is the key date for sure. Put that back up there. We managed to get ourselves two 2015 Canada flags. Those are some of my favorite colors to look for in the wilds of circulation, minted at 6.5 million, I believe. We also managed to score ourselves that 2017 colored. Man, do I love this one. Of all of the tubes of colored quarters, I believe this is the one I have the least of. I think I only have about 10 to 15 of these. They are extremely rare. I probably find one every 3 hunts, if that. Very hard to find. This one's in good shape too, so I shall take it. We also got ourselves that 2009 Cindy Klassen, looking almost mint too. I would say that's definitely almost in an MS state. I don't want to touch it too much, but we'll get a little looky here on the obverse. And that Cindy Klassen is in good shape. Definitely one of the nicer ones that I have found so far. So a great find right there. We have this 2015 Poppy. Man, this was a great hunt when it comes to these colored commemoratives. These are the ones that I really like to keep my eyes out for. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's a whole lot of good stuff to look for when it comes to hunting Canadian quarters and Canadian coins in general. This was a great hunt. In today's episode, we have a quarter hunt for you guys. Now, I went to a few different banks and we picked up some rolls. I actually had this box laying around, so I filled this box up with the rolls that I picked up. But we have half customer wrapped rolls and we have some machine wrapped rolls. Now, usually I would not actually hunt these machine wrapped rolls here in Canada because usually they will be victims of the ARP, the Alloy Recycling Program, meaning they will not have any silver or anything pre-2000 in them. But when I was about to turn these in, I almost made a huge mistake because I noticed that one of these rolls actually had a 1988 on the ender, which tells me that they are not ARP rolls, which means I am going to hunt them. So we have ourselves a pretty good hunt here. We got some customer wrapped rolls, we got some machine wrapped rolls, got a weird right roll here, and I actually have one extra bundle here on the side, and there is 1 quarter in this bundle that is looking very, very suspect, and hopefully that is a silver, but could be a fire coin, could be anything, you know. But before I start tearing into this box, I would really appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more coin roll hunting, coin collecting videos just like this. It's been a while. I'm glad to be back, glad to be hunting some quarters. Hopefully there's some good stuff in this box. Going to be looking for anything low mintage, rare, silver, 1991s, 2001 no Ps, 1970s proofs. Maybe one day lightning will strike, we'll hit a specimen, but what do you say we let this hunt begin? And I think we might have something good here, guys. I'm going to see if you can see that edge right here, a little bit in there, but let me get a little bit closer for you. So it was just sitting on the end of the roll, so I unfortunately couldn't show you guys right when I pulled it out, but this looks like it may be silver. Let's see what is the date going to be. 1968. Look at that too. It has quite a bit of luster on it. There's only one way to definitively find out if this is really a 1968 silver quarter. We have our magnet right here. I'm going to slap it on, and it does not stick. Exactly as I thought. We got our first silver of this hunt, and those machine wrapped rolls. Beautiful. A beautiful, lustrous 1968. Looks like it is probably a cameo designation on there. Very nice bust. Man, awesome. I am totally stoked. We got a 2021. We got silver already. Anything else we find is just going to be on cherry on top of this, but let's keep going through and see if maybe we can add on to the board a little bit more. All right, just a few more rolls down. We are getting towards the end of those machine wrapped rolls. Only got 2 more. They've been pretty decent so far, but maybe we'll get lucky and we'll find some good stuff in these customer wrapped rolls or this bundle of the clear rolls that we hate to look through. But we do have another interesting find here. It is going to be the 2017 Hope for a Green Future colored quarter. Now this is pretty rare, pretty low mintage. I don't know if the mintage has ever been specified. Whoop. Oh, there it is right there. Almost lost her. I don't know if the mintage has ever been specified by the Royal Canadian Mint, but it is one of the more beautiful and one of the more sought after of all of the Canadian colored commemorative coins. So definitely a good one to look out for. I really like it. Probably my favorite of all the colored ones. And this one is in pretty much immaculate condition. So I'm going to throw it up there. This has been a great hunt so far. I cannot believe that we got silver already, especially a silver piece this beautiful. Man, what a hunt. Let's keep her going. Alrighty guys, I have made some serious progress. All the rolls I have hunted have been flipped over, and you can see the quarters on the outside there, and these are all the rolls that I have left to go. But I haven't found too much in the last 10 rolls or so, but I just found something here super, super epic that I did not think I would find anything like this in this hunt, guys. Now, I know exactly what this is, but I did not think I was going to score something like this today. We got an awesome NIFC, guys. It has some gunk on it, and it looks like it has been pretty heavily circulated, but it is a 2007 Christmas quarter. Oh, what a holly jolly Christmas hunt this is for me, even though it is the middle of July. Christmas in July, guys. But man, we have scored an awesome NIFC. I don't know if I'm going to eventually clean that gunk off there. I might as well, because the numismatic value of a coin like this is not too great. It's worth like $5, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less, depending on who wants it. But man, this is a hunt for the ages. I found this in one of those customer wrapped rolls. I am a super, super happy hunter right now. This is an awesome quarter. I've thought about buying one of these before on eBay for like $2 or $3, but I was like, nah, it ain't worth it. And today it has paid off. So what a great hunt. Let's keep her going and see if maybe we can top this off. Alrighty guys, we are really getting down to the nitty gritty now. I only got 2 rolls left to go in this box filled of quarters, and then I got that one bundle of 10 clear rolls. We have that one inner in there that looks like it might have a little promise for silver, but we will get to that momentarily because we have ourselves a pretty decent find here, guys. Now this right here is one of the key dates for Canadian quarters. This is the 2009 men's colored hockey. There's also the 2009 women's, the 2009 Cindy Klassen, and if you have the red variation, they're minted at $3 million each. Now, this hockey, men's hockey, has a variation called a Raised 2. Now, I'm actually going to be making a separate video about that. Stay tuned for that one because it will hopefully be informational for you, but I checked this already, and it does not look like it is a Raised 2. It looks like it is the NQS 2, I'm pretty sure it's called, but still a great key date find. I'll add it to the board with all of our other amazing stuff. We got a few rolls left to go. Let's finish this hunt off, hopefully with a bang. Alrighty guys, well, I sifted through those clear rolls and I didn't find nothing, nada. It was just a very dirty fire coin. I have concluded this box and we have concluded this hunt. Before I start wrapping up all of these awesome finds, I would really appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you have not and you would like to see more content just like this. And now let's show you guys some of these goodies we managed to accumulate today. We got ourselves one 1973 RCMP. We managed to get ourselves all 3 of the colored 2011 Legendary Nature Series. We got ourselves quite a few provincials in this hunt. We got British Columbia, we got Alberta, we have Newfoundland, Manitoba, and Ontario. Then what do you say I show you guys the finds of this hunt? Well, ain't that a pretty sight right there? The 2017 Hope for a Green Future. That is a nice one, extremely rare. I'm a huge fan of the coloring and the design on that one. We got ourselves the 2009 Colored Men's Hockey. Would have been nice to get one of the other ones, but you can't really complain when you pull one of these out, especially when it has most of the red coloring like that. And then look at this, guys. A bada boom, bada bing. We got ourselves silver in this hunt. I apologize if you're cringing at me manhandling this, but it's been in circulation for a while. Not in the nicest condition, but a very nice cameo there on the Queen's bust, and a very nice luster on it, I have to say, as well. Probably one of the nice shinier silver quarters that I found coin roll hunting. So a very, very awesome find. And then we have this bad boy, which I would say is probably the find of this hunt, because you don't find these NIFCs too often. It sucks that it has that gunk on it, but I am probably just going to clean it up with a Q-tip and a little bit of water. But this is a very, very cool quarter right here. I don't know how much the actual set costs. If I can, I will definitely bring it up onto the screen and show you guys, but definitely not meant for circulation. A very nice NIFC. You know, I haven't been able to hunt too many coins lately, so being able to mix it up and go to a few banks and grab these loose bundles has really been paying off for me lately. I highly, highly suggest it for you guys. Maybe you can get lucky and score some silver, or even score some of these NIFCs. I don't know how these make their way into circulation. It boggles my mind that people are willing to toss quarters that are worth dollars into the wild, but I will take it. I will cherish it. We have 2 boxes to hunt today. This one right here is full. Now, I went to one branch and they hooked me up with this full box right here. We have a whole lot of customer wrapped rolls of different varieties. We also have a few machine wrapped rolls. Now, I don't know if these are going to be ARP, but I'm going to open them up anyway, see if we can find any colored stuff in there. But this box over here isn't actually full. It is just about half full, one roll shy of being half full. And I went to another bank to pick this up right here. They hooked me up with this almost half of a box, and an elderly gentleman came in and turned some of these quarters in, so I'm hoping maybe I'll get lucky with some of these, and maybe we'll be able to keep this streak going. And hey, if we can't find silver, maybe we'll find some cool color enamels, or we can find that super legendary 1991, or anything else, proof specimens. That would all be just lovely too. But before I can start this hunt off, I would really appreciate if you guys would hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more coin roll hunting and coin collecting videos just like this. Then without further ado, what do you say we start this hunt off with a bang? Let this hunt begin. Well, it looks like this hunt is going to be off to an amazing start, guys. We have found ourselves a Cindy Cleason Ender. Now, I already checked the one under this because I thought maybe this was a collection dump roll, and I don't think I'm that lucky, but right there, look at this right here. Oh my, a colored Cindy Cleason. I've only found, or Claassen, sorry if I mispronounced that, but I've only found a few of these before coin roll hunting. They are all minted at 3 million, these 2009 colored hockey coins, so super rare, super low mintage. If this was the men's, then it has a raise 2 variation, but this one is still a key date. Still an awesome find, especially for the first roll to open up as the ender. That is, you don't get much better of a start than that, and it's in really good shape too. A lot of the red's still left in there, so put this one up there on the board, and I will keep going through this roll and then keep going through this box over here, and then I will tune you guys in if we find anything else. Well, 10 rolls left in this half box. I saved the clear rolls for last because they are the worst and I hate them. But you got to do what you got to do when it comes to finding that good stuff. And I have to say, we just found something pretty darn good here. Now, this is a 2004 Remembrance, and usually when you find these, the enamel is completely worn off. And this one, if you look at it from this angle, is pretty much almost in perfect shape. It's a little worn when you look at it from the different angles, but you don't find them this good very often, so this is definitely a keeper. And we also found this while we were going along, so a 2010 Poppy Remembrance. If we find that 2015, I will definitely be happy because that is the rarest of the three. But this 2004 is a very nice find on its own, and we are really stacking up these color enamels right now. I also found 2 of the green bisons, found 1 small bust 1973 RCMP, but this is a nice one. I'll throw it up here on the board. I will keep going along and tune you guys in if I find anything else. Well, just 5 rolls left to go in this box now, and we just found another one of the big time heavy hitters for Canadian quarters. Now this is a 2001, but when you flip this over and take a look under the Queen's bust there on the obverse, there is no P. Now this is actually a key date in terms of Canadian quarters. It is much lower mintage than the counterpart, the 2001 P, which is actually the opposite of the nickels. For nickels, you want to look for the 2000 P, and the 2000 no P is much more common, but this is a really good one right here. It partially validates this hunt. I would have been happy if I just would have found one of these on their own, because you very rarely come across these. I would say they're almost as rare, if not more, than the 1970s, so a great one to add to the board. What do you say we keep going? Well, it looks like this is going to be a hunt to remember, because we just found ourselves the 2015 Remembrance Poppy. I believe this is minted at 6.5 million, so very similar to that 2015 Canada flag. Both made the same year, and the creme de la creme as far as I'm concerned of Canadian color enamel quarters. Besides that 2017 colored, I'm really hoping maybe one of those is lying ahead in some of these rolls for us, maybe in that next box. But we found this 2015 Poppy, we found the 2004, and we also found the 2010. So as far as I'm concerned, these are all the goodies, all the keepers. As far as the remembrance stuff, I'm not a big fan of the 2008. It's still a little bit too common to find in good condition. I do have a few of them hoarded away, but I don't hold on to them anymore. But man, am I happy we found this right here. I'm going to throw it up here, and I'm going to keep going along. Well guys, we are 10 rolls into box number 2, and I wasn't holding out too much hope. We hadn't found anything yet until this. Now this looks very promising, extremely promising, I have to say. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer here. What does that say? 1965. Oh my lordy, guys. The streak continues. We have ourselves an 80% silver quarter already, and we have just gotten started in this box. Wow, what a way to top off this hunt. A nice old piece of silver. Very, very nice. Beautiful. A boom. So I will add this up to the board, and I shall keep going along, and hopefully we find some more goodies in there. But even if not, guys, this hunt has been amazing already. We found just about everything that a Canadian coin roll hunter can dream of, and at this point everything else we find is a complete bonus. So I shall keep going along and hope for the best. Well, just a couple rolls down, and it looks like we might have something good here, so let's pull it out. Oh, it's not the men's, but we got ourselves the women's red colored hockey enamel. Oh my lordy, guys, this will go along well with the Cindy Cleason. If we can get the men's colored, I think that'll be definitely a new record for us. I don't think I pulled all 3 in one hunt, but this may be a record on its own. All the stuff that I pulled in this hunt, it is absolutely amazing. Definitely one for the books. I can't believe this, but I will put this one right over here to go with that Cindy Cleason, Classen, whatever you want to call it. If you guys know the pronunciation, maybe you can correct me in the future, but I shall keep going along in this epic hunt. Man, I am just speechless. Well, we only have about a third of this box left to go, so we are really getting down to the nitty gritty. And my lord, guys, do I have something good to show you. We just found ourselves a 1967 Bobcat quarter as the ender of this roll. I've only found like I think 2 or 3 of these before in my coin roll hunting career so far. I mean, it's actually, I can't believe that I'm saying that. I've been at it for a little while now. I can't believe I found these before, but my lord, I didn't know that I was going to be able to find one of these today after all this other amazing stuff that we found. Oh my god, guys, this hunt just keeps getting better and better. So these right here are either 50% or 80%. It's really hard to be able to tell. The only way you can really tell is from a sound test apparently, but all I know is this is silver. You don't find them too often. I mean, I've got to have done at least 100 quarter hunts by now, and I've only found a few of these, so they're very rare, very hard to find. They stick out like a sore thumb because, I mean, it's a very iconic design. All the 1967 Centennials have the animal design, but this is the Bobcat quarter. Another silver to add to the board. That's 2 so far. Let's see if maybe we can make it 3, or maybe we can find that 2017. Well guys, I have concluded this hunt. Before I wrap up some of these awesome finds here, I would really appreciate if you would once again hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you have not, and you would like to see more coin roll hunting and coin collecting videos just like this. Then what do you say? I show you guys the goods. So we got ourselves quite the hefty stack of RCMPs today. I am counting 8 of them in total. I made sure to check all of them for the large bust, and we came up nothing nada, but not a surprise. I've checked hundreds and hundreds of these things, and we have not had any luck with that variety yet. We got ourselves a 1974. Let me give you guys a little bit of a closer look, but this is just about as uncirculated as you get. Very common years for finding uncirculated circulation strikes like this are 1974 and 1979. I don't know why, but a lot of the time you will find them in good shape, but this one is in such good shape I decided, hey, why not hold on to it? It only cost me 25 cents. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe it's a proof like strike. You never know with this kind of stuff, but it's a nice one, that's for sure. We got ourselves 3 provincials. We got ourselves the Newfoundland, we got our home province of Ontario, and we got the Manitoba. We got ourselves 3 legendary nature colored. We got 2 green bison and 1 blue orca. We got ourselves this right here, which is a killer find on its own. This is the 2001 No P. So the mintage for this is actually 8,409,000. So super low mintage. Anything under 10 million, I would say, is pretty much a key date for Canadian coins. Some of the colored quarters will be a little bit lower mintage and a little more common, but this one, super scarce, super rare. Keep your eyes out for it, people. We got our colored finds of this hunt. We got the 2015 Canada Day, and then we have these remembrance finds over here. We have the 2010 Dual Poppy Remembrance, we have the 2015 Poppy, and we have the 2004 that still has most of that Poppy design still on it, a little bit faded away in the middle there, but for being a 16-year-old, 17-year-old coin in circulation, not looking too bad if you ask me. And then we have these right here. This hunt was off to a great start right off of the bat. We have a Cindy Cleason, and we have a colored women's hockey. These are both minted at 3 million. They are both key date legendary quarters that you should definitely look out for. And then last but not least, we scored ourselves 2 silvers in this hunt. We got ourselves a 1965, so still a diadem, so not too surprising that these diadem silvers can slip through a little bit easier when bank tellers and other people spot the young heads and the George heads. A lot of the time they have a feeling that it might be something special, so they will hold on to it, but lucky for us, these diadems were around for a few years during the silver years, and we can still get pretty lucky and score them like this 1965 here. 80% silver, probably worth $3 to $6 if you ask me, depending on the day in silver melt, so not too bad. And then this right here is really awesome. Even though it is probably lower silver composition, it is very hard to find these in the wild because they are so cherry picked out. All the centennials, I mean, the rabbit nickels are super picked out of the nickels, and of course the mackerels will be picked out of the dimes because they all just stand out like a sore thumb, just like this right here. But we have scored ourselves multiple silvers. We have been spoiled by the coin gods in this one, guys. If you want to let me know what your favorite find was, there's a lot of different stuff to choose from in this one. I would appreciate it if you want to let me know down in the comments. But other than that, guys, this has been a great hunt. I hope you all enjoyed it. But until the next one, everybody, peace out and have a good one, y'all. In today's episode, we have a $500 quarter hunt for you guys. Now, I am very sorry, I have been on a bit of a hiatus lately. I have been mending a very injured hand. I don't know if I broke it or if I busted it or what, but man, it has been sore and hurting. I have been doing some nickel hunts and getting absolutely skunked, but this is going to be my first quarter hunt in a while. I am on a pretty crazy quarter silver streak right now. I think in my last 4 or 5 boxes I have found silver, so I'm really hoping this box is going to keep my streak going. I made sure to check inside. These are all customer wrapped rolls, so we are in business. This is usually what I like to hunt when it comes to Canadian coin roll hunting. Maybe if we can't find any silver, I'm really hoping maybe we can find some 1991s, some proofs, specimens, anything interesting would be just lovely. But before I can start tearing into this box, I would appreciate so much if you guys would hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more coin collecting and coin roll hunting videos just like this. Then without further ado, what do you say we start this long-awaited quarter hunt off? It's been a while. I'm glad to be back. Let this hunt begin. Guys, I am almost in shock right now. I just opened up the very first roll of this box, and I just found an NIFC that is very interesting. I have found one of these before, but this, I believe, is the Canadian year 2000 postage mail token. I think it comes with a stamp when originally you got it in the year 2000, but this is definitely not meant to be in circulation. It is very rare. I have actually found one of these before in one of my hunts. I'm not too sure. It was definitely earlier on in my coin roll hunting career, but this is an awesome find right here. You can see this is definitely the token side. I think its face value is 25 cents. It's the same size as a quarter, has the same rimmed edges, but a very awesome find to start this hunt off. I've already kind of been validated in this hunt already. I was a little worried, you know, when it comes to silver, sometimes you can push your luck when you found silver in a lot of boxes, and this may be my dry box here, but at least we found an NIFC to start it off with a bang. I got tons of rolls left to go. Let's keep this going and see if maybe we can find some more goodies inside. Well, we just started roll number 5. I'm just flipping them over as I go along to make it a little easier for myself. And we got ourselves another good find here. So this right here is going to be one of the key dates for Canadian quarters. This is 1970, and the mintage is 10,302,010. So definitely super low mintage, hard to find. A lot of the time when you find them, would you look at that? The obverse is all scratched up for some reason. I don't know if people intentionally tried to damage them because they were a key date and they were trying to lower the numismatic value or what when these were released, but it's still a nice one to hold on to. I don't find them too often, probably one every 3 or 4 boxes, so a very nice one to find. 5 rolls in. I will add it to the board and keep going along. All right, we are now on roll 24, making some serious progress here. Nothing too crazy to report, but we do have our first foreign of this box. I think it is from Bermuda. Let's give it a little flip over and see. Yep, I believe I have seen this before. Let's get a little closer. I believe I have encountered these in the past. 1999. Not too sure what kind of bird that is on there. If you guys have any idea what kind of bird that is on this, I would appreciate it very much, but always glad to find foreign coins when I'm hunting quarters. It looks to be a little bit of a thicker rim on there too. This is a pretty hefty coin, but still 25 cents. I don't know how the exchange rate compares to Canadian, but pretty cool little find. I will add to the board up there, and let's keep it going. Only one more roll down, and I just pulled these out of the roll, and I can see right here we have what looks to be a thick rim. I'm not too sure. Whoop, a little bit of a spill there. Let's see if I can get to it for you guys live here. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Just what I suspected. Another foreign coin. This one is not a Bermuda. This one is British, I believe, or from the UK, I guess you could say. And this is 10 pence. What is the year of this bad boy right here? Definitely not silver. Looks to be 1992. So pretty cool little find here. I'll put this along with our other foreign find. Fits in pretty well with the quarters, but you know, these are adding up for losses for me. So at this point, hopefully I don't find too many more of these, but still pretty cool to find in these quarter rolls. But I'll throw this up here. I will keep going along and tune in if we find anything else. Well, I think we are a couple more rolls down, and I think I have something really good here, guys. I just pulled this roll out, and we have something right there that's looking very silvery. So I'm gonna try and do this one a little bit neater this time for you guys. Let's see if we can get to it. I'm very excited. It's a very, very promising rim. Oh, I can see a provincial right there. That's pretty cool. Oh, yes, that is what I'm talking about, guys. This streak shall continue. What year is it going to be? 1962. Let's get a little bit closer. 1962. Now this one is looking a little wishy-washy, but it is a young head. I could really tell by that edge. Sometimes they're a little bit more shiny, but this one was really yellowy, looking a little toned. Man, this is an epic legendary hunt already. I am almost speechless. I'm going to be very glad to add this to my silver finds of the year at the end of this hunt. I also have a little paper that I'm going to be adding up all my finds that one of my good buddies gave me. But man, this is awesome, guys. A boom, shakalaka. We got ourselves some silver. I'll throw this up here with all of our many other finds. I do have lots and lots of provincials too. I think I saw one more right there is in Nova Scotia, but I shall keep going along and hope for the best. But this has already been an epic hunt of epic proportions. Let's see if we can put a little cherry on top. It looks like we have about 14 rolls left to go. And guys, I am in shock right now because I just found another one of those 2000 Millennium tokens. I can't believe this. I have done like 100 or more quarter hunts and only found one of these before this. This has got to be a collection dump, got to be something like that. I've also found a few more of those British 10 pence, so that makes 3 of them so far. Found a nice hefty stack of provincials and found 2 of the colored legendary natures in good shape. But I don't know what is going up with this. Here, let me get a little bit closer to show you guys what this looks like. I don't know what is up with this hunt, but I will definitely take these. They were not meant for circulation. If any of you have ever encountered these in your Canadian quarter hunts, please let me know down in the comments. I would love to know how common they are to find, but definitely a rare bird for me. I will add it up there with that first one that I found. Boom, boom. And I shall keep going along, but you can't really ask for much more than we found already. What a hunt. Alrighty, we are really starting to get down to the nitty gritty. We just started our 10th last roll, and for the ender for that roll, not the visible ender, but the ender on the inside, we just found ourselves this 2015 colored poppy, which is one of the key dates of the modern Canadian quarters. This, the 2015 flag, and the 2017 Hope for a Green Future are what I would say are the creme de la creme of these Canadian colored quarters. So this is a great find to top this cherry on this hunt. Hopefully I can find a few more little goodies in the rest of these rolls, but if not, I am very, very happy right now, and let's keep going along. Just opened up our 5th last roll, and it looks like the goodies are going to keep rolling in for us, guys, because we just found another great Holy Grail find. It's going to be the 2017 150th anniversary Hope for a Green Future. This right here is one of my favorite quarters to find. They are getting super far and few between. There's a non-colored variant that is much, much more common. And I think a lot of the people, whether you're a coin collector or not, when you find these, when they find them, they actually fish them out of circulation or their pocket change. So these are extremely hard to find. I'm probably at 1 every 3 boxes, I would say, is my average. So this is a great topper off to this hunt with all of this other amazing stuff we found. This has been a hunt of epic proportions, but you never know. Maybe there's another goodie lying ahead in these last couple rolls, but let's finish this hunt off and see if maybe we can get a little more luck on our side. I have concluded this hunt. 50 rolls have been hunted, and man, have we accumulated quite the pile of goodies here. Before I start wrapping up all of these awesome finds, I'd really appreciate if you guys would once again hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you have not and you'd like to see more content like this. And what do you say we break down all of these epic finds from today? So we managed to pull ourselves quite the hefty stack of RCMPs. I count 11 here. I made sure to check all of them for the large bust, and they came up empty-handed. And we pulled ourselves quite a hefty stack of provincials as well. I think we have 10 in total. 3 Nova Scotias, 3 Prince Edward Islands. We have a Manitoba, New Brunswick, a Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Yukon. So I think we're missing a couple there, Northwest Territories, and I think one other one. But man, we are close. That is not too bad. That is almost a whole provincial series in one hunt. We managed to pull ourselves 3 British 10 pence. I think 2 of them are 1992, and they're all basically from the same era. They all have this same bust portrait on the obverse. And then we also managed to find this 25 cents 1999 from Bermuda. Pretty darn cool to find these foreign coins, but it will be a bit of a loss, I believe. If any of you know the exchange rate, please let me know down in the comments. I would appreciate it. We managed to pull ourselves one of each of the colored legendary nature. We got the yellow falcon, we got the green bison, and we got the blue orca. So that's not too bad. Some of these I'm probably going to throw back into the wild right after this hunt, but I do like to keep track of this kind of stuff as I hunt along, because a lot of people are looking for this stuff for their collections, and hopefully you guys find it helpful. I managed to pull 2 good remembrance finds here. We got the 2010 dual poppy, and we have a 2004 that is just barely making the criteria, but it's good enough for me. I'll hold on to it. We got our key date find is going to be the 1970, once again minted at 10,300,000 in 2010. This is one of the definite key dates for the earlier quarters from 1970 until 1990. I would say it is definitely the key date, a good one to look out for. We have still yet to find a 1991 in the wild. I know my buddy Mario Bros coin roll hunting has found a few, but I'm really holding out hope. But I'll always take these 70s. I'll always take the 2001 no P's. They are definitely a great gift from the coin gods. We got ourselves the 2015 poppy, another good one, another good remembrance find to bunch with these other ones right there. We got ourselves the 2017 Hope for a Green Future 100th anniversary. Now this right here is probably my favorite of all the Canadian colored coins. Very hard to find, a true gem. And this one right here is in pretty darn good shape, not really missing any of the coloring, not any crazy wear or anything like that, so we'll definitely find a good home in my collection. And then we have these 2 beauties right here, guys. These are not meant to be in circulation. Look at that right there. That is pretty darn cool. These are tokens. I don't believe they're test tokens, but they are Canada Post 25 cent tokens that came with a gift set that was available in the year 2000. I think the set ranged from somewhere from $10 to $15 when it was originally available, but now you can get it usually from anywhere from $5 to $10. So this is definitely worth more than 25 cents. I would say the value is anywhere between $1 and $4 depending on how much you need it, how much you like it, how much you want it. But I definitely like them, I definitely need them, and I definitely want them. So a couple of good finds for sure there. And then the find of this hunt, guys, is gonna be this bad boy right here. We managed to strike ourselves silver once again. The streak continues. This one is a young head. A lot of the time we find ourselves diadems, which I believe range from 1965 until 1968. So it's nice to get a little bit older of a silver quarter. The value of silver is decently high right now too, so I believe the value of this is $6 or $7. Definitely worth a lot more than the 25 cent investment. In today's episode, we have $1,000 quarter hunt for you guys. Now, I actually hunted $1,000 in quarters earlier this week, and I didn't find anything too crazy. A few colored hockey 2009s, a 1970, and a 2001 no P. But I figured it wasn't anything really worth tuning you guys in for, but I did go pick up another $1,000. So this is going to be our second $1,000 of quarters we're going to be hunting this week. I'm really hopeful maybe we can scratch off some of our bucket listers like the 1991, the 1992 Caribou Double Date, and if we can find any colored enamels or silver or any rare or low mintage finds, that would also be just lovely. But before I can start turning into this massive pile of rolls, I'd really appreciate if y'all would hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more coin roll hunting and coin collecting videos just like this. Also, if you'd like to purchase my mats or any of the coins or equipment you see featured in my videos, the link will be down in the description. And what do you say we get this one started, guys? Let this hunt begin. Well, we've already made it through one whole bundle, and we've only found 2 RCMPs and 1 2011 Legendary Nature Yellow Falcon, so that is pretty nice. But what I'm tuning you in for here is a much nicer find, the 2015 Canada flag. So of all the quarters I'm looking for right now, the colored quarters, it's going to be this one and the 2015 Poppy, because they probably have the highest premiums and they're the most sought after. So very glad to have found this. I'm all out of them. They've been all traded away and bought out of my stock. So this right here is worth at least a couple bucks. I'll add it to the board and we shall keep going along. Now a few bundles down, and the finds have been pretty light so far in this hunt. We do have one Ontario Provincial. We have a decent stack there of RCMPs. We got one more of the Yellow Falcon. But what I am tuning you in for is this first foreign find of this hunt. It's going to be a pretty interesting one. A Jamaican $10. So I'm pretty sure this isn't actually worth $10, especially Canadian, but it is a really nice looking coin. It's in really good shape, and I'm always pretty stoked to add a new cool foreign coin to my foreign coin collection. So another find for the board here. Just one roll down, and it looks like we got ourselves a pretty decent find here. This is the 2004 Remembrance Poppy, and it actually has a lot of the Poppy still intact on it. This one, when you find it, is a lot of the time there'll be almost none of it left, just a little maybe in the edges. There's actually another one here that I'll show you as an example. This one here is pretty dirty, but that one just does not look nearly as nice. So that's a pretty nice one to add to the board right there. I always love and appreciate these Canadian Remembrance quarters and toonies, but this one is an oldie, one of the first, I believe actually the first Canadian colored circulation coin. So a very nice goodie to add to the board. We are just a couple rolls down. You can see we still have a whole lot to go here, but this hunt is really starting to heat up because we got ourselves a really good find here. This is a 1970, and this is one of the main key dates for Canadian quarters, minted at 10,302,000. This is a very low mintage. The reverse is in really good shape. That's really unfortunate. The obverse, unfortunately, big scratch going down the bust of the queen there, which definitely takes away from the value and the premium, but it is still one of the key dates. Very hard to find. You know, sometimes you won't find these in hunts. I actually went quite a few without getting a single one of these. So a really good find for the board with a really nice, pretty reverse on it, and we shall keep going along. It looks like we only got about 35 rolls left to go, and we have not found anything too crazy. We did find one nice Nova Scotia Provincial, but what I am tuning you in for is this right here, which is the 2010 Dual Poppy Remembrance. This one's in real good shape too, almost uncirculated. So a very nice find for the board. We got quite a few poppies already. Let's see if maybe we can seal it out and get that 2015 Poppy, which is the granddaddy of them all. One more roll down, and we finally have one more find to make this hunt worth our while, and it's going to be the 2009 colored women's hockey, and unfortunately it's a little gunky there on one of the characters on the reverse, but that is okay with me. The obverse is looking nice and crisp, but another good find for the board to help validate this hunt. It's seeming like the last $1,000 hunt was actually a little more successful, but it's all good. You know, you can't control the outcome of these hunts. If I could, then I'd be finding just mad rolls of silver every time, right? So just a quick update. When I grabbed these bundles, I actually got 2 of these rolls, which I'm pretty sure were ARP rolls, but I figured since I'm looking for some of the later date color enamels, it doesn't hurt to actually look through these. And usually I wouldn't look through them, especially when it comes to dimes or nickels, but it ain't too bad of an idea to look through them for quarters if you are looking for the more recent stuff. But I tore into one of the rolls, and look at that. I don't know if that is a coin or what that is right there, but that is definitely something. So I figured I would pull it out live with you guys and see what exactly it is we are dealing with. Oh, it's going to be another Jamaican $10. That's interesting. Our second one of the hunt. This one looks even more ripply than the other one. And I'm trying to find a year on it here. This one, 1999. So we got $20 in Jamaican currency so far in this hunt, and we got it out of one of these, what looks like an ARP roll. So who knows, maybe there will be some other good stuff in there, but I'm guessing that this may just be actually the same composition as our quarters, and that's how these foreigns are probably making it in with the other Canadian coins in the ARP rolls. But if you would like to leave your theories on how these coins are making it in there, I would appreciate it if you would leave it down in the comments. But I shall keep going going through this roll and then this one, and then we shall finish these bundles off and wrap it all up. I just started tearing into that same roll I was just showing you guys, and we just found already a 2015 Canada flag. So this goes to show that maybe it is worth your time to go through the ARP rolls when it comes to quarters. At least maybe I will start going through them, and I'll just return the new uncirculated recent years if I get those, because I mean, to find one of these already is a good start, and I still got one more whole roll to go. So when they're melting the old metal composition coins down, I don't think they're sorting and looking for the color enamels at all, so these can easily slip into these rolls, probably even better than the customer wrapped. But there's one more Canada flag to add to our little pile there, and I shall keep going along. Well, we just started the second last bundle, and I just spotted an edge that looks very, very suspect here. So I thought I would just go through this roll really quickly with you guys, see if we got anything up ahead, and then we can see what that goodie is when we get to it there. Let's see here. This has been an all right hunt so far. I've really been gunning to try and find the 1991 and the 1992 double date, but oh my lord, guys, look what we just found. Another one of right here in the same roll, a 1970. Oh my, this is a hunt indeed. And we still have quite a few rolls left to go. A 1970, our second one. Now the reverse is not in as good a shape as that first one we found, but whew, that is nice. And we still have whatever is up ahead here, which I am pretty darn sure. What is this going to be? A 68. So it's a 68, but I think we can all agree already, but I will, just for due diligence sake. Magnet. Coin doesn't stick, so we got ourselves another 50% silver, guys. The silver streak is still on. I unfortunately didn't find one in my last $1,000 hunt, but at least we got one for you guys and for myself today. It'll be nice to add this to our silver finds of the year. We are closing out on the end of this year, so every piece does matter, and I definitely will tally up and see how much I got this year so far. But I shall continue going through the rest of this roll, then finish those bundles off, and then we will wrap this hunt off. But boom, oh, we got silver. Bada boom, bada bing. 13 rolls left to go, and I was really hoping one of these might jump out and make an appearance. It's one of my favorite to find, and one of the most beautiful Canadian quarters by far, especially the colored version. And it is the 2017 150 Hope for a Green Future. And man, isn't that just a beautiful quarter? Look at the condition on this one too. This has got to be one of the nicer ones I have ever found. So this hunt has 100% been validated. We got silver, we got color enamels, and we still got rolls left to go. So I'll keep chugging along, and hopefully there's a few more goodies in here for us. I have concluded this hunt. Before I start breaking down all of these awesome finds, I'd really appreciate just one more time if you guys would hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more content just like this. And then let's show you guys all this amazing stuff that we managed to pull today. So the first banger to start off this hunt is going to be this 1972 that we managed to pull. Just look at the luster and condition on this right here. I'm thinking this probably came out of a proof like or a specimen set to be in this good of condition, to have entered circulation and me to have found it like this. I'm definitely open to your guys' theories down in the comments below, but a very nice old quarter. I'm definitely going to flip it up right after this and get my grubby hands off of it so I don't cause any more damage to it, but a very nice 1972. We managed to pull ourselves two yellow falcons from the 2011 Legendary Nature Series. Unfortunately, no green bisons or no blue orcas today. And then we got two 1970s, one of them with the reverse in just excellent condition. The other one has a little bit of wear, but the 1970 is definitely one of the key dates of Canadian quarters, so I am stoked to have found that. And then we got quite the haul of provincials too. We got in Nova Scotia, we got in Ontario, we got in Alberta, we got Quebec, we got Newfoundland, and we got Yukon. So not quite all of them. We got 6 of them, so halfway there, but still not a bad variety of the 1992 provincials. We got 2 nice hefty piles of 1973 Now those are both piles of 5, so we got 10 in total. Not too bad. I will make sure to check them all under the microscope eventually for the large bust. I've been told the best way to do that is to have a 1972 and 4 handy and basically compare it to the 1974, because I believe that is when they changed the size of the bust. And then our 2 foreign finds of this hunt are going to be these 2 Jamaican $10 coins. We got a 2017 Jamaican $10, and we got a little bit of an older one, but it's definitely an interesting design. I'm not a huge fan of the Ripley things. It reminds me kind of like a Pog Slammer or something like that, but hey, still pretty cool to find these foreign coins, and not bad. It gives me an excuse to say a down by the beach, boy. But some very nice foreign coins. We got ourselves 2 2010 dual poppy remembrance, and we found ourselves one more of these 2004s. Now look at the condition on the poppies on these bad boys right here. These are going to be the nicest ones I have ever found, so I'm definitely stoked about these. They're some of the unwritten heroes of the colored enamels because they're the actual first ever circulation color enamels, so a lot of the time when you find them, they'll be worn down to the bare bones. We got ourselves 2 of the 2015 Canada flags, which I really needed. One of them is a little bit more worn than the other, but either way, I will take them. I need them, and I love them. Now, what do you say we get to the real goodies of this hunt? We got the 2017 150th anniversary Hope for a Green Future. This is one of my favorite quarters to find, one of the most beautiful and mysterious because the mintage of this is actually unknown. So I'm guessing it's probably somewhere between 5 and 6.5 million. But if any of you guys have a definitive answer, I would definitely appreciate it if you leave it in the comments. But this one is in great shape. It has all the coloring still left on all the animals there. I'm not too sure. I think that's a hummingbird, a turtle, and a squirrel. Or that might actually be a beaver, a small beaver. I have actually looked it up before, but it is slipping my mind right now. But a very cool coin. We got ourselves one 2009 Olympic hockey, and it's a little bit beat up there, got a little bit of dirtiness there, but I might just wipe that with a little bit of a damp paper towel or something, you know, not clean it, but just give it a little tender love and care. But very happy to pull these are minted at 3 million, so one of the definite key dates of Canadian quarters, even lower mintage than the 1970s, even though we find a little bit more of them. And then look at this, guys. We got ourselves silver again. Unfortunately, we didn't get silver in our last hunt that I actually didn't make a video for, but this is going to be our redemption hunt. I picked up pretty much $1,000 in rolls. I think it was actually like $950 or $60. I was a little bit short, but it ain't bad, you know. One silver in $2,000 is a little bit rough, but I will take it. Silver in these Canadian coin roll hunts is a blessing from the coin gods. They're definitely worth a couple bucks. They got the premium, but I am just happy to be able to add some silver to my silver finds of the year.